The Fire Inside. This is a new film playing in theaters that is, it's not a new movie. I'm late to reviewing this movie. It came out at Christmas. Uh, I didn't get to see this movie because, frankly, they cram way too fucking many movies on Christmas. And so this was one that I just barely got to see because I went the last day that the only theater in town that was still showing it had it today. And I'm glad I did because I actually really enjoyed this movie. I had a good time. It wasn't perfect. I don't really know if I'd ever watch it again. But I gotta say, sports movies aren't my thing. So when I say I enjoy a sports movie, it's usually a sign it's a pretty good sports movie. It's not perfect. I think there's some things holding this back from being a great movie. This movie is about a boxer who, I think she went on to be a big success. It was kind of her up and coming and her rise and a little bit of her fall, kind of what happened after her rise and stuff. And I think that's an effective part of this movie. You see her hit the top, but you also see her what happens after she hits the top. And a lot of lesser movies wouldn't do that. They wouldn't show the struggle of, I was at the top. She still struggles. And it also deals with some of the problems of being a female athlete, what that means, and that pressure it puts on you more than your male athletes, especially in a sport like boxing. And so I really enjoyed a lot of that. The performances here were pretty good. I thought Brian Tyree Henry as this coach added a lot of motion, a lot of feels to this movie. I think where this movie suffers to me is I don't feel like it sit with enough scenes and moments a lot. The opening of this movie was really great, just watching her get in that fight, be in the boxing ring, when you first see her and her coach, when she's younger. That's a great moment, and I liked a lot of that stuff. But a lot of moments like that I really enjoyed where they sit with characters are few and far between in this movie. And there's also just a lot of spaces and jumps of things that I'm like, wait, what? Like at one point they talk about like through lines of dialogue that her home life and shit is shit. But like, okay, there's a home life going on where they don't have a lot of money. That's all I really ever saw. You didn't really, maybe there's some abuse going on, but I didn't really see it. And then she gets kicked out, but I barely even understood why they kicked her out and what that meant. A lot of these sequences like that. So it made for a very clunky movie that, while not bad, just needed a little bit more to really make it great. Also, I need to feel the rise of her a lot more than I did. I felt like a lot of that was brushed past. The emotions were there, but not as much as they should be to make it a great film. So overall, it's okay. I think if it looks good to you, you should check it out. Now, granted, this is an MGM and Amazon Studios movie, so it's not playing. If it's not playing in theaters anymore, it will be on Amazon Prime sooner than later. That's the best place to watch this movie. Is a good. Hey, I need a movie that's gonna entertain me while giving me the right amount of feels. This is a good movie for that to watch at home on streaming. I think that's maybe why this movie didn't do so well. Like I said, there was just a shit ton of movies that came out during the Christmas time. But yeah, The Fire Inside.